Discipline is Destiny. Unlock Your Highest Self. Written and published by ReadFlow Audiobook, Part 1. The Root of Self-Mastery. Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about choosing your future self over your current comfort. Every decision you make moves you closer to one of two things: regret or growth. If you want to unlock your highest self, you must start by taking full responsibility for how you show up every day. That's the foundation of self-mastery. The power of voluntary challenge. A disciplined life is not a restricted life. It's a deliberate life. When you choose discomfort, waking up early, training your focus, keeping promises, you step into the arena of high performers. You learn to operate on intention, not emotion. If you do what is easy, life will be hard. If you do what is hard, life will be easy. Those words aren't just motivational, they're strategic. The people who rise above mediocrity are those who treat each day like a vote for the person they want to become. Identity drives discipline. You don't need more hacks. You need a clear identity. Ask yourself, who do I want to become? How does that person behave when no one's watching? What does their routine look like? What do they say no to, even when it's tempting? Discipline flows from identity. When you see yourself as someone committed, focused, and intentional, your choices start aligning automatically. Start small, show up on time, finish what you said you'd start. Protect your morning like it's sacred. Say no to things that drain you, even when it's uncomfortable. Over time, these acts become identity statements, and identity is what endures when motivation fades. Eliminate the optional. The greatest drain on discipline isn't effort. It's decision fatigue. Every time you allow unnecessary choices, you burn willpower. Solution: create systems. IT. Eat the same breakfast. Plan your clothes. Schedule focused work blocks. Automate low-value tasks. The more you reduce friction, the more you protect your energy for the things that truly matter. Discipline thrives in clarity. Clarity thrives in simplicity. Final reflection. This isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming intentional. Discipline is a practice, a way of being, a silent vote cast in favor of your future self. When you treat every small action as a piece of who you're building, you're no longer chasing motivation. You're becoming someone unshakable. Part 2. Build the foundation of daily discipline. Your highest self isn't found in one bold leap. It's forged in the small, repeated acts that no one sees. The quiet disciplines, the consistent choices. This is where real transformation happens. Why consistency beats intensity. It's tempting to go all in. Wake up at 4 a.m., overhaul your diet, read 5 books in a week. But most people burn out not because they dream too big, but because they don't know how to sustain small wins. Discipline isn't about doing something once with intensity. It's about doing something daily with purpose. Greatness is built in the mundane. Progress is made when it's boring, not when it's exciting. Show up, even when it's inconvenient, especially when it's inconvenient. Start with one anchor habit. You don't need 20 habits. You need one non-negotiable to anchor your day. Examples: TACUS, wake up without snoozing, 20 minutes of focused reading, daily reflection or journaling, no phone in the first hour of the day. Choose something simple but powerful, then protect it fiercely, like a commitment to your future self. This anchor habit becomes your signal that you're in control, that you're not operating on autopilot. Set a clear standard, not a flexible mood. You can't rely on how you feel to dictate what gets done. Disciplined people don't wake up motivated every day. They've just set clear standards. They've pre-decided who they are. Instead of asking, do I feel like doing this? They say, this is just what I do. This is who I am. Write down your standards. TACUS. I wake up at I never miss more than one day. I finish what I start. I don't negotiate with distractions. The clearer your standards, the easier it is to stay aligned, especially when willpower runs low. Discipline is a muscle. Think of discipline like strength training. You wouldn't expect to deadlift 200 pounds on your first day. Likewise, don't expect flawless self-control overnight. Start light. Repetition builds strength, and strength builds identity. Every time you follow through on your commitments, you build mental muscle. You become someone who trusts their own word, and that's a superpower in a world of inconsistency. Final reflection. Your best life doesn't come from what you occasionally do. It comes from what you consistently live, one small standard at a time, one unshakable habit at a time. Let discipline be the quiet architect of the life you truly want. Part 3. Master your mind before it masters you. Discipline is impossible without mental clarity. You must learn to govern your thoughts before they govern your actions. Your mindset is the command center, and if your thinking is cluttered, reactive, or scattered, no routine will save you. To unlock your highest self, you must reclaim control of the inner narrative. Train the voice in your head. We all have a voice in our mind. For some, it's a coach. For others, it's a critic. That voice can either push you forward or keep you stuck. You must become intentional about how you talk to yourself. Do you give yourself direction or distraction? Do you repeat excuses or reinforce commitment? Do you spiral in overthinking or focus on execution? Discipline begins when you stop giving your inner voice the final word and start giving it clear commands. Interrupt the thought loop. Most people let their minds drift into unproductive loops. I'm tired. Maybe tomorrow. Just 5 more minutes. These loops are habitual, not factual. The key is interruption. Try this. When a limiting thought arises, label it. This is resistance. Breathe deeply and center your awareness. Replace it with a cue. Show up anyway. You're not trying to eliminate discomfort. You're retraining your mind to act despite it. Meditation is strength training for the mind. You don't need to sit cross-legged for an hour. Just 5-10 minutes of stillness a day can sharpen your awareness. Why it matters. You'll catch distractions faster. You'll gain space before reacting. You'll build focus like a muscle. Discipline is not just what you do. It's how deeply you can stay present in the process. Stillness gives you control, and control creates freedom. Mental resistance is a sign to lean in. That moment when you want to quit, when you feel bored, restless, or annoyed, that's not a signal to stop. It's a signal to grow. The mind resists anything that expands your edge. Your job is to notice that resistance and move forward anyway. The more you lean into discomfort, the more you expand your capacity. Your mind isn't the enemy. It just needs a leader. Be that leader. Final reflection. You don't need to control every thought. You only need to command your attention. Master your mind and the rest will follow. Because the disciplined life doesn't begin on your calendar. It begins in your head. Part 4. Remove distraction. Reclaim focus. If discipline is the engine of your best life, then focus is the fuel. Without it, your effort gets diluted. Your goals become blurry. And your time, your most limited resource, is wasted. The modern world is designed to pull your attention in 100 directions. To live with discipline, you must fight for your focus. Ruthlessly. Your environment shapes your attention. Most people try to rely on willpower. But the truth is, your environment beats your willpower every time. A cluttered desk leads to a cluttered mind. A phone within reach becomes a default distraction. Notifications are silent thieves of your deepest work. Discipline isn't just about inner strength. It's about outer structure. Build an environment that helps you win. Keep your phone in another room during focus blocks. Declutter your digital and physical space. Use tools like website blockers or silent modes. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Single task like it's sacred. Multitasking is a myth. Every time you switch tasks, you pay a cognitive tax. Your brain burns more energy, your focus scatters, and your work quality drops. Instead, build the discipline to protect one task at a time. Try the deep focus cycle. Set a 50-minute timer. Choose one meaningful task. Eliminate all interruptions. Take a 10-minute break before the next cycle. When you treat time with respect, it begins to work for you, not against you. Define what matters, then cut the rest. You can't be disciplined without clarity. You must know what truly matters, so you can confidently say no to everything else. Ask, Sir, what are the top 3 priorities that move my life forward? What am I saying yes to that's costing me growth? What would my highest self remove from their schedule? The more you subtract, the more you gain. Focus is a discipline of elimination. Every time you let it win, you weaken the muscle of deep work. But when you protect your attention, you enter flow faster. You produce with clarity and energy. You feel in control of your time and talent. Don't wait for focus to find you. Create it. Guard it. Own it. Final reflection. In a noisy world, the ability to focus is a superpower. And like all powers, it must be trained. Discipline isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters, fully and without distraction. Master that, and you become unstoppable. Part 5. Build habits that stick for life. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. True discipline isn't about occasional inspiration, it's aimed to automating excellence through structure, simplicity, and daily action. If you want lasting transformation, your habits must evolve from effort to identity. Small wins create big shifts. Most people aim too high too fast. They overcommit, fail to follow through, and then blame their willpower. But discipline is a long game, built on small wins that compound. Start here. Pick one habit. Shrink it down to a version you can't fail. Repeat it daily, without excuse. Examples. 10 push-ups, not a full workout. 1 page of reading, not a full chapter. 5 minutes of journaling, not a whole essay. Simplicity is not weakness, it's strategy. Attach habits to triggers. If you want your habits to last, they need an anchor, a cue in your daily rhythm. Try the formula. After current habit, I will new habit. Examples. After brushing my teeth, I will meditate for 5 minutes. After making coffee, I will review my top 3 goals. After lunch, I will take a 10-minute walk. Habits stick when they're linked to context, not motivation. You're not just doing something, you're weaving it into your life. Track it, review it, improve it. What gets measured gets mastered. You don't need a complex system. A simple habit tracker or weekly reflection is enough. Did I follow through today? What blocked me? How can I adjust without quitting? Tracking keeps you honest. Reviewing keeps you growing. Adjusting keeps you in the game. Remember, perfection isn't the goal. Consistency is. Design for default success. Discipline is not about forcing your will every day. It's about creating an environment where success becomes the default. Make habits easier to do. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Keep your journal and pen on your desk. Preload healthy snacks at eye level. Make distractions harder. Delete toxic apps. Use website blockers. Turn off notifications that don't serve you. You're not lazy. You're just fighting systems that weren't designed for your growth. So build new ones. Final reflection. You don't need more willpower. You need better systems. Habits are how you cast votes for the person you're becoming. Make every small action a step toward your higher self. Over time, discipline stops feeling like pressure. It starts feeling like freedom. Part 6. Win the morning, win the day. The first hour of your day is the most powerful. Why? Because it sets the tone for how you show up. Not just physically but mentally and emotionally. A disciplined morning doesn't happen by accident. It's crafted with intention. Stop starting with chaos. Most people wake up and immediately hand over their focus. Scroll through notifications, check emails, drown in headlines. You're already reactive, and it's only 7 a.m. Discipline starts when you claim your mornings. Not for urgency, not for others, but for yourself. Build a morning routine that grounds you. A high-performance morning isn't about packing in a dozen productivity hacks. It's about doing a few essential things well. Consider this formula. A stillness, 5-10 minutes of meditation, prayer, or deep breathing, movement, light stretching, a brisk walk, or a short workout, mindset, journaling, gratitude or reviewing your goals, fuel, hydrate, nourish your body and move with energy. What matters most is consistency. Your routine should be your anchor, not your burden. Avoid digital noise for the first hour. Protect the first 60 minutes of your day like it's sacred. No news, no social feeds, no messages. Instead, listen to uplifting audio or music. Read something that inspires or educates. Reflect on who you want to be today. When you master the morning, the rest of the day bends in your favor. This is about ownership. Starting strong gives you emotional leverage when challenges come. Set the daily intentions with clarity. Don't wait for the day to decide for you. Decide first. Each morning ask, what's my top priority today? What must get done no matter what? How do I want to show up? Write it down. Review it throughout the day. This is how disciplined people move, with clarity, not clutter. Your mornings shape your identity. The way you start each day sends a message to your subconscious. I am disciplined. I am in control. I move with purpose. It's not just what you do in the morning, it's who you're becoming by doing it. Let your morning routine be a ritual of alignment, where your actions match your values, where momentum begins before the world wakes up. Final reflection. Every morning gives you two choices: wake up with intention, or drift into distraction. Discipline isn't found in motivation, it's found in momentum, and momentum is born at sunrise. Part 7. Master the art of saying no. Discipline is not just about what you do, it's about what you refuse to do. Every yes you give comes with a cost. Your rhyme, your energy, your focus, all limited resources. To unlock your highest self, you must learn the quiet power of saying no, with clarity and confidence. Saying no is a strength, not a sin. We're conditioned to avoid disappointment, to say yes to avoid conflict, to please, to accommodate, to explain. But discipline demands boundaries. Without them, your time becomes a public resource. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you self-respecting. You don't owe anyone access to your focus, especially if it pulls you away from your purpose. Every yes is a trade-off. The next time you're asked to do something, pause and ask, what am I saying no to if I say yes to this? Does this align with my top goals? Will this move me closer to or further from who I'm becoming? Clarity in your decisions leads to power in your direction. Discipline means making tough choices today to protect your future self. Use simple, firm language. You don't need to justify, apologize, or explain your no. You simply need to own it. Try phrases like, I'm not available for that. That doesn't align with my current priorities. I can't commit to that right now. Kind, direct, clear. That's the tone of a disciplined life. Build a no list. If you want to move forward with purpose, you must leave behind distractions that disguise themselves as opportunities. Make a list of things you will no longer say yes to out of guilt, take on without clarity, entertain out of fear of missing out. This is your no list, a compass to keep you focused on your path. Boundaries don't limit your life, they define it. Protecting your time is protecting your destiny. Every minute you give away without thought is a step away from your vision. Discipline is knowing that not everything deserves your attention, even if it looks tempting, urgent, or harmless. Protect your time the way a builder protects blueprints. Without that blueprint, nothing gets built. Your highest self is not created by doing more, it's created by doing less, better. Final reflection. Discipline isn't just about hustle, it's about honor. Honoring your goals, your values, and your future. And the most powerful way to do that, say no to what doesn't matter, so you can say yes, fully, to what does. Part 8. Stay consistent, even when motivation fades. Anyone can start. But discipline is about staying committed long after the mood to be consistent has disappeared. Motivation is fleeting, it and goes. Discipline stays. It shows up even when it's hard, boring, or inconvenient. This is the difference between amateurs and masters. Your feelings are not the driver. If you wait until you feel like it, you'll always fall behind. Feelings are unreliable passengers. Let them come, but don't let them steer. Discipline means choosing your values over your moods. You train even when you're tired. You write even when you're uninspired. You show up even when no one is watching. That's where identity is built. Lower the friction, not the standard. When you're feeling low on motivation, don't quit the habit. Shrink the resistance. Examples. If you don't feel like working out, do 10 minutes instead of 60. If you don't feel like journaling, write one honest sentence. If you don't feel like working, commit to one focused block. Momentum beats perfection. The goal is to stay in motion, not to be flawless. Track your streaks, not for ego but for momentum. A visual reminder of your consistency builds self-trust. Try using Kept, a calendar you mark daily, a habit tracking app, a simple journal tally. Each checkmark reinforces your identity. I am someone who shows up, and the more you see yourself as consistent, the more consistent you become. Build a system, not just a goal. Motivated people chase results. Disciplined people build systems, set routines that trigger action without thought. The more structure you have, the less pressure you put on your willpower. Discipline thrives in systems. Chaos kills it. Embrace boredom as a sign of mastery. Most people quit when the excitement wears off, but boredom is where true discipline is forged. When you keep showing up despite monotony, that's where greatness is born. A master pianist practices, scales. A top athlete runs drills. A disciplined mind trains in silence. Don't chase novelty. Chase mastery. Final reflection. You won't always be excited, but you can always be committed. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, long after the emotion has left. And every day you follow through, you prove to yourself that your destiny is not built on feelings. It's built on follow-through. Part 9. Focus is your superpower. In a world addicted to noise, the most disciplined person is the one who can focus. Not just for minutes, but for hours, for days, for a life. Focus is rare, and that makes it powerful. The ability to direct your attention fully, deliberately, and without distraction is the foundation of all high performance. Distraction is a discipline killer. Every ping, swipe, and scroll chips away at your concentration. What starts as a quick check becomes hours lost in shallow consumption. You weren't born distracted, you've been conditioned. But you can train your focus the same way you train a muscle. Silence unnecessary notifications. Delete apps that pull you away from your mission. Create sacred spaces where only deep work happens. You don't need more time. You need less leakage. Choose one thing at a time. Multitasking is a lie. It divides your attention, dilutes your effort, and delays your progress. Discipline means choosing the one thing that matters most and giving it your full presence. Ask yourself, what is the one action that moves everything else forward? Where is my attention most needed right now? What am I eyeing by staying busy? Clarity fuels focus. Focus fuels results. Train in deep work. Deep work is uninterrupted, undistracted time on meaningful tasks. It's where real progress happens, and few people enter it daily. To build a deep work practice, set a time window. Start small. 30 minutes is enough. Eliminate all distractions. Phone off. Tabs closed. Door shut. Choose a single high-value task. Start. Don't aim for perfect. Just enter the zone. The more you train it, the deeper it goes. Protect your mental bandwidth. Not everything deserves your attention. Every decision, notification, and interruption taxes your focus. Simplify where you can. Automate small choices. Delegate what's not essential. Say no to anything that isn't aligned. Mental clarity is earned by subtracting the unnecessary. The more you protect your mind, the more powerfully you can use it. Discipline is laser attention. What if discipline wasn't about doing more but doing less, with intensity? The sharpest sword isn't broad, it's focused. The highest performers aren't scattered, they're selective. Focus gives your discipline a target. Without it, you're just busy. Final reflection. Focus is how you respect your time. It's how you say, this matters, this deserves my best. In a world trying to steal your attention every second, your ability to focus is not just a skill, it's your aim. Part 10. Make discipline a way of life. Discipline isn't something you do, it's someone you become. It's not a trend or a temporary fix. It's the quiet, firm decision to live aligned with your values. Every single day, when you stop chasing short bursts of motivation and start living with consistent intention, everything changes. Discipline becomes your default. Identity over intensity. You don't need to push yourself to the edge every day. You need to align your actions with your identity. Ask yourself, who am I becoming? What kind of person follows through? What would the most focused, powerful version of me do next? Don't chase results. Chase consistency. Let discipline become who you are, not just what you do. Create environments that reinforce discipline. Your willpower is limited. Your environment shapes your choices more than your intentions do. Design your space to support the life you want. Keep your workspace clean and distraction-free. Surround yourself with people who hold high standards. Remove friction between you and your habits. Add friction between you and your vices. Your space should pull you forward, not hold you back. Hold yourself to the standard, especially in private. The strongest discipline is quiet. It's not about showing off. It's about who you are when no one is watching. You follow through because it matters to you. You uphold your routine because it shapes your character. Small choices, repeated consistently, create an unshakable core. This is where true self-respect is born. Your destiny is the sum of your discipline. The life you dream of won't arrive by accident. It is built brick by brick through the disciplined decisions you make daily. Waking up when it's hard. Saying no when it's tempting. Staying focused when others drift. Acting on your values when it's inconvenient. These are the invisible victories that unlock your highest self, not all at once, but over time, through effort, through patience, through discipline. Final reflection. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to the level of your discipline. And that's not a weakness, it's your greatest power. Because discipline is not about punishment. It's about purpose. It's the decision to honor your vision, protect your future, and live each day as the person you are destined to become. This is your time. Own it. Protect it. Master it. Your destiny is waiting. If this audiobook moved you, inspired you, or helped shift your mindset, don't keep it to yourself. Like, subscribe, and share to support the message and help others unlock their highest self too. New transformative audiobooks from ReadFlow Audiobook are on the way. Your next level begins now.